Exactly. You know what's ironic, as I'm thinking, like you guys such as yourself and a lot of the pioneers in this are still doing it. If you really take 5 steps back and just look at that, even I myself had to stop and think like, wow, these cats are still doing it. And you would think that because the average person think that, okay, those cats is retired, they done, I'm never gonna hear from them again. But y'all consistently staying out there, y'all consistently making music, and everybody is still viable. You know what I mean? Your album's coming out. Obviously, last week DJ Holiday calling his whole situation, and Kaz and all of them, and it's like it's still there, and like this, I don't know. It's like I gotta do something, man. It's like I mean beyond just it's like it's interesting because it's like you look at the chart, Billboard, and that would dictate that even Nas, the whole thing, hip hop is dead, and we would think it starts and ends with that, but it's so much more out there, and y'all guys are consistently putting it out. I mean, I've got new joints from Special Ed, DOS Effect, everybody, and everything that everybody's putting out is dope. I'm not even fronting. Everything is good. It's like y'all. It's like y'all know I gotta come out good, and it's like and I'm not gonna just because it's old school. I'm gonna just get with it. It gotta be good, and everything has been good. You know what I mean? That's great.
I don't know if you guys heard the Nas remix. I was on that Nas remix.
The which joint?
The Where Are They Now?
Yeah. You know what? I don't. You know what? I had the version, but I don't even remember it.
Well, because I love hip hop, and if y'all want to hear it, I'm gonna spit that verse to y'all.
I mean, Dr. Ice, Dr. Ice, this is your radio show. This is your radio show.
You know what I mean? Because we just had to let them know that we hold the flavor. It comes from the mindset. And I spit this. I said, you never knew something so butter could come from the gutter. I'm Dr. Ice, the diamond, the cutter, like Jacob's the jeweler and Rick is the ruler. Boogie down, Chris is the teacher, but Doc's gonna screw you. Y'all about y'all sneakers and beepers, your Dutchers and reefers. We bout our 8-tracks and speakers, our Luthers or Reethers. My work is never in vain. I'm born to exert, so even when I'm buried, I'm still a diamond in the dirt. Just 8 lines.
Wow, that was nice, man.
Fellas, I promise y'all, when y'all hear this album, the doctor was in the lab.
Exactly. He sounded like he was in the really in the lab coat and all of that.
And that's what I'm saying.
Beakers and all of that.
Hip hop was
like right now. I got a song in the Netherlands that's the #1 request that I did with Full Force. That's called "They'll Never Be."
Nice.
And it's popping strong, man. And I just want you guys to just hear it and see where I'm coming from. With this whole album, I'm just going in a lot of different directions.
Okay. How can I get my hands on that? I'm excited.
Well, Pinky and YumYum Entertainment, they holding me down for sure. You know what I mean? So, definitely when I drop this, I'm gonna definitely put it in her hands, and her hands is connected to your hands, so we gonna be connected.
Exactly. So let me give you a scenario. If you could take 3 MCs from the old school, quote unquote old school, and put them with 3 MCs from the new school to make a super group, who would that be, and who would be the producer that would produce the whole album? Again, 3 old school MCs versus 3 kind of, when I say new school, just like from the 90s till now, and then from like the 70s to like 89, 90.
Okay, I would take Jazzo. I would take.
You said Jazzo?
Jazzo.
Okay. Word.
Rakim.
Okay.
And Chuck D.
Okay.
Chuck D.
Yeah, I'll put them together, and with some new cats of today.
Well, yeah, just like late 90s, now, like, I could throw Jay-Z in that. I would throw Biggie, that type.
Okay. It would be Jay, Big, and Pac.
Okay.
Classic 3.
Who would produce that album?
That album should definitely be produced by Dr. Dre.
Wow. We're gonna play a quick game of this or that. You know how to play that, right?
I think that would be an incredible. I think I'd buy the comic book and everything.
Exactly. We're gonna play a quick game of this or that. I'm gonna give you 2 things. You can tell me one or the other, this or that.
Okay.
Hip hop or rap?
That.
No, I'm saying like just pick one. Hip hop or rap?
Oh, just pick. Okay, go ahead.
Hip hop or rap?
Hip hop.
The Bronx or Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
I knew he was going to say that.
Old school or new school?
I'm sitting there right now.
Exactly. Old school or new school?
True school.
Okay.
Lisa, or Sheila E.
Lisa. You're wrong.
Roxanne or Roxanne Shante?
Roxanne.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A Range Rover or a Benz truck?
A 64 Chevy.
You know what I'm saying? Sitting on these and sitting on those. You know what I'm saying? Freestyle or written?
Say it again.
Freestyle or written?
Written.
Okay, why is that?
I think premeditated is the best way to go because there's always a way out.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I can understand that.
You know what I mean? If you plan, you always can come with a way out.
Exactly. So when can we see you on a tour? I mean, when could...
Well, right now, I'm considered the fourth member of Houdini. That's my brother Jalil, and I've been rolling with them for the last couple of years. And I'm out every week actually with them. I'm on the Curtis Blow tour that he's doing. We bouncing back and forth because after we did that Hip Hop Honors, it picked up a lot of ground for us. So We've been doing a lot of shows, man. And I wanted to say this too. We had did a show in a certain part of Ohio, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. But what had happened was it was about 4,000 people in this place. And it was the first time we seen kids, maybe 16, 17, 18 years old, partying with people 50 and 60 years old in the same crowd, performing and screaming to the same groups.
And I see that on YouTube. Is that on YouTube anywhere?
I'm not sure. The show was about maybe